Hey guys, so we wanted to start off by saying Happy Holy Week. It's a week that begins with Palm Sunday from yesterday and up until Resurrection Sunday coming up for us. And so it's a day that's a celebration and a victory over what the Israelites were expecting God to do. But as Holy Week continues on, we see the excitement and the joy transition multiple times.
So I was thinking about this week, and what I realized is it started off with joy. That's Palm Sunday, right? Everybody's celebrating. There was hope during the Last Supper that, you know what, it's all going to be awesome. They're having this meal together. But then there was incredible confusion as Jesus talks about all this change that's coming, everything that's going to just be shaken up. I'm leaving you. And then there's this incredible fear. Jesus was arrested. Then there's pain. There's this Good Friday moment that was really, really hard. And then there was incredible sorrow after Jesus died. But it all led up to this moment of incredible, unending joy. And so here's what I want to point out. It begins with joy. There's this whole gamut of emotions of all of this. And then it comes right back to, it ends back in joy. And so as we press into this Holy Week, what I want to acknowledge is something that I personally have been feeling, and I imagine maybe some of us have been feeling as well. When we began this journey into church planting, into what God has called us to do, it began with this moment of excitement and hope and like all of that, very similar to the Holy Week, right? It begins with this moment of joy, of hope, of all of this. But then it shifted, honestly, a little bit into confusion. There was this, and many times there still is, honestly, fear of how's it going to work, right? How is all of this going to work? And then there's many times, for me anyway, there's pain of just realization of what we've left behind, of what's sorrowful, of that we had to step into something new, and that creates sorrow, and it creates questions like, why is this so hard? Why is it so difficult? Why do I not have a place to go on Easter Sunday to celebrate with my family that I want to celebrate with? I mean, many of us are in that place, right? And so this past week, actually, I've been there a little bit. Last night, I woke up at 2:00 in the morning, and I really just felt compelled to read Numbers because that's where you go at 2:00 in the morning. But anyway, so I was reading, and Moses was speaking to them, and he was speaking to the Israelites as they're journeying from Egypt to the Promised Land. And time again, Moses had told the Israelites, we're on our way to this place that the Lord promised us. He told us, I will give it to you. Come with us. He's inviting his family to come with him. He's saying, come with us. We're going to treat you well, for the Lord has promised wonderful blessings for Israel. See, in Numbers 10:29, Moses didn't just say this to his family. He said this to the Israelites over and over and over again. Come with us. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome, right? Keep looking towards the future. But their minds kept shifting focus. See, the people of Israel began to complain, and they complained, and they complained, and they complained. And then here's what they said in Numbers 11. They said, we remember the fish we used to eat for free in Egypt. We had all the cucumbers, all the melons, all the leeks, all the onions, and the garlic that we wanted, right? And why were they complaining? Because collecting manna was hard work. It was every day. They had to go out there. They had to take the wheat. They had to bring it. They had to bake bread from it. They had to go out and just day after day of manna. And it got old and it got hard. They longed for meat. Hear me, there's nothing wrong with longing for meat. I would be in their shoes too if I didn't have meat for months and months and months. There's nothing wrong with longing for what was and remembering days of old. But we can't forget what God is doing now, right now. Just like Israel, we can so easily forget the larger picture. Just like the disciples in Holy Week, we can have the sense of fear and confusion over what God is asking us to do at times. We can forget that there's a bigger picture at play. And I'm wearing this shirt right now. I don't know if you guys remember or have seen me wear it before. I've been wearing it a lot, actually, and even some of these videos. But it says on it, Sunday's coming, right? Sunday is coming. This is what the disciples forgot during Holy Week, is that Sunday's coming. This is what the Israelites forgot while they were planning and preparing for what they were doing. And this is what we need to remember, is that while we're not in a place right now where we're going to get to celebrate Easter as a church family, we're in a place where we're remembering that Sunday is coming. See, there's a day where we will get together. We will have that Sunday together. There's a day coming where we will get to celebrate and be together and do this, and it's going to be phenomenal, right? Sunday is coming. And that's what we're looking forward to. This is what we're excited about, this very simple reality. Now, what I'm celebrating right now, again, God is moving right now. We've got 2 new families joining us. That's 4 new volunteers and all the kids coming as well to help with this interest party that came to the last interest party. Here's what that tells me. It tells me what we're doing is working, and what we're doing is we're seeing the team grow, and God is moving. So let's plug in. Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and plug in and pitch in as we host another interest party this Thursday. We still have slots open in our Sign Up Genius, so if you haven't signed up, go ahead and please do so. Also, we want to recognize that sometimes these bulk emails get sent to junk email. So if you're not receiving something from us each and every week, go ahead and check your junk mail folder, because that might be where it's at. We also would like you to put on the calendar and make it to Tuesday the 22nd at 6 p.m. We want to connect, have a potluck, and to vote on the approval to join the Nebraska Ministry Network. And so we're so excited that we get to be able to do that. And then so that's next week. But this week, we have our interest party.
This Thursday, coming up, this interest party. Please don't forget, and we desperately need you right. Do you remember what it was like the first time you walked into a church and you had no idea who anybody was? You had no idea what was going on. The reason we're taking church to Antelope Park is because we want to break those barriers of discomfort. We want to make a place where people can connect outside and then come together next, remembering that Sunday is coming, right? And so if you have not signed up yet, you can help. We still have open positions. So please check it out. Look at the email as well if you didn't get that. Looking forward to seeing so many of you on Thursday.
Have a good week.